Hello and welcome back to my channel, Lady T. My name is Nathalie and we are finally going to be playing the other Professor Layton game that I really wanted to play on mobile. It's Professor Layton and Pandora's box, also known in other parts of the world as the Diabolical box. Let's get started. This was my favorite. This was my favorite out of the series. Is that true? All of the games are just so good. Touch here, thank you. Okay. Choose the data file to record your progress on the first one, of course. This is a work of fiction. The character... Oh, well, you read it.
There are tales of a box that brings death upon any who dare open it. Tell me, do you think those rumors could be true?
Sure, sounds like fun. The default settings of a video playback in portrait orientation. Touch the screen during an animated scene to display playback option. Yeah, we know. We'll be fine.
Hey, look, there it is.
Oh, Flora. She's from the first game. The Lost Daughter. Or the only living being left in the Curious Village.
Now this is what I call deluxe. Just look at this room.
Yes, I can certainly see why some call the Teddy Express a cruise ship on rails.
This sofa's great.
Now, don't forget, Luke. A gentleman pays attention to his manners in every setting.
I really want to go on a train like that once. An overnight one where you can sleep, have your own little cabin. And there we go, on to the next adventure. Through London. I have to go to London once. Maybe next year or the year after that. Professor Layton, Pandora's box, HD for mobile. I'm really happy that they transferred everything to mobile too. Makes it easier to record.
So what's the story behind this Elysian box anyway? All who open it die? Sounds awfully fishy to me.
Perhaps so, but we've seen it happen with our very own eyes. The answer is out there, Luke, but I just need to find it.
It's just...
We will. I know it.
The solution is camouflaged. But we will find it. The prologue, the Elysian box. To my dear friend, Nathalie.
There was a box that was rumoured to kill anyone who opened it. At first, neither the professor nor I believed it. But all that changed with the arrival of a single letter.
A few days earlier.
Luke, have a look here.
What's that, Professor?
It's a letter from my dear friend and mentor, Dr. Andrew Schrader.
Love the music. I'm ready.
Is everything all right?
Well,
My dear Herschel, as an archaeologist, you're sure to have heard of the item known as the Elysian box. Of course, it is more commonly known as Pandora's box, in reference to the famous myth. This nickname would appear to be well deserved, since it is rumored to kill whoever opens it. I'm dubious of this reputation, of course, but when my interest is piqued, I simply must investigate. That's why I'm pleased as punch to tell you that the elusive item is finally in my possession.
oh,
What's more, I believe I'm on the cusp of unraveling a great mystery tied to this box.
they all think so.
For the moment, let's just say I have a theory, though I haven't been able to prove it yet. Initially, it was my intention to finish my research before daring to open its lid. But I must confess that my curiosity is simply overpowering. In the unlikely event that anything should happen to me, please finish the work I've started here. Your friend, Andrew Schrader.
We will, buddy. That's why we're Professor Layton.
According to the postmark, this letter was sent 2 days ago. We should go pay the doctor a visit. I just can't shake the feeling that something awful has happened.
Well, your intuition's usually spot on.
Have you tried ringing him using your phone?
I say we head out right away.
The first mystery. The Elysian box is an antique set to bring death upon anyone who dares open its lid. According to rumors, the box has already claimed many lives and is known as Pandora's box in many parts of the world. Could such dark rumors be true? Look, before we go, would you be so kind as to fetch my car keys? They're in one of the drawers in the desk. Will do, Professor. If there's something you wish to interact with, Luke, you need only reach out and touch it. Well, that's not what we teach young gentlemen now. Yeah, I know, we can do this. Oh, here they are, Professor. Thank you. Many thanks, Luke. Now, let's get moving. Yes, I do know how to move about. You bet I do. Let's see. First off, I touch the shoe in the bottom right corner. Then I just touch one of the little arrows that appear to move in that direction. That's exactly right. Anytime you wish to move, start by touching the shoe icon. Go on, try it out. Yes, sir. There we go. That's the way, my boy. One can't investigate properly without first doing a little legwork, as they say. I couldn't agree more, Professor. Now, shall we head off? Sure. There seems to be a lot going on in the area. Oh, it's actually his hat on the front. That's so cute. Look, before we set out, it would be wise of us to confirm the location of the doctor's flat. During one of his visits some time ago, he was kind enough to leave me a map to his home. The map itself, however, is a rather unusual piece of cartography. Look here, Luke. Oh no, it's a puzzle! Oh, how clever. The map itself is a puzzle. Professor, do you mind if I take a crack at it? I just know I can solve this one. Sure. It's only 10 picarats, but see me screwing this up. Several pieces have been cut out of the middle of the map to Dr. Schrader's home. Complete the map by sliding the pieces and inserting them in the right places. It may sound simple, but don't forget that you can move or remove pieces, including the one already in the middle of the map. Good to know. They can't be turned around. That's also good to know. I think that you should be over there. You probably over there. You wouldn't make sense there. You wouldn't make sense there. What if we yeet you out? I'm all for that, actually. It fits.
Just leave it to me.
Woo!
Piece of cake.
Excellent work. Now let's hurry to the doctor's flat. All about picarats. Picarats are points that indicate a puzzle's difficulty. The more picarats a puzzle is worth, the tougher it is. When you submit an incorrect answer for a puzzle, the number of picarats you can earn from that puzzle decreases. So think carefully before answering, but only about 3 times. Gathering lots of picarats. Once you've completed the game and saved, go to the bonuses section and load your game file. From there you can enter the top secret area where a number of fun extras are waiting for you. The more picarats you earn, the more content you unlock. Excellent. With our destination confirmed, we are ready to pay the doctor a visit. Come on. Come now. Oh, the little pigeons. I love that car. There used to be a car like that in the city I used to live in. I wanted it so badly. It wasn't exactly like that, but it reminded me of this car. It was beautiful. I do believe we found the doctor's building. But which flat is this? Is his? That I'm afraid I don't know. But come to think of it, the letter I received did mention something about this place. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah. Find Dr. Schrader's window from the details in his letter. In the morning, I often wake up to the sound of music drifting in from a nearby flat. Looking out... Teddy! In the morning, I often wake up to the sound of music drifting in from a nearby flat. Looking out, I spy a flag fluttering gently outside my window. Take a single sip of my tea and turn my attention to the morning sun. Not many flats in London have a view of the sunrise anymore, you know. Circle the window from which the doctor views the sunrise. Okay, so he hears music drifting in from a nearby flat. So it has to be nearby, so it could be any of these. It can be all of them because you can hear music. Music travels very wide. Looking out, I spy a flag fluttering gently outside my window. Can you see it? Though the only house that can see it is that one. Because if you look down from any of these, you're not going to see it. Turn my attention to the morning sun. And I think the sun might be coming... Yeah, it looks like it's... So it should be this one, because all the three houses over here wouldn't be able to look at it.
And now to test my
Yay!
theory. A true gentleman leaves no puzzle unsolved.
True. That's right. Now that you know where it is, head for the doctor's home. Unless I'm mistaken, I think we found this flat. Now follow me, Luke. We're going up. Oh, I nearly forgot. Before we leave, let me remind you how to use this trunk. To open the trunk, just touch its icon on the right-hand side of the screen. Inside, there are all sorts of helpful functions and information filed away under different icons. Touch an icon to use it. To save the progress we've made during our investigation, touch the save icon. Touch the puzzle index icon to view all the puzzles we've encountered. And solved puzzles are marked with a tick. Those we've yet to solve are black. Puzzles we've already solved can be replayed by selecting them from this screen. The index also shows the locations of unsolved puzzles that we've tried, so that we may revisit them. Touch yes, we know. So just touch the trunk icon whenever you need to access it. Let's take a look then. Today I received a letter from Dr. Andrew Schrader, my longtime friend and mentor. According to his letter, the good doctor has finally succeeded in acquiring the Elysian box, the sinister relic known colloquially or something as Pandora's box. Something about the way the letter was worded gnaws at me, however. I've decided to check in on him, just to make sure that everything is alright. Hi. Hello there, mister. Never seen you around here before. Wanna hear something useful? Alright, see that postbox over there? Try touching it with your finger for me, will you? You got a hint coin. Brilliant, that's a hint coin you found there. Ever been stuck trying to solve a puzzle? It's time like those when I bet you'd fancy a hint, yeah? Well, when that happens, you can trade in those shiny hint coins for hints. They're scattered all over the place, which means you should always be on the lookout for them. Use your finger to touch anything that looks suspicious, okay? Good, well that's all I had to say. You take it easy, mister. Do we have more of it? Maybe it's just the one to teach us. No, it's not. Okay, now we got 3. I think that are going to be all of them. Running. Oh, hi. Another hint coin. I think that's going to be it. This is Dr. Schrader's flat, I'm sure of it. Dr. Schrader? Are you home? It's Herschel Layton. I came as soon as I read your letter. Hello, are you there? Doctor? I don't hear anyone in there, Professor. What if he's... This is no time for idle speculation, Luke. We must get this door open first. It seems to be locked. So without a key, there's no way to get in. Ah, of course. How could I have forgotten? These keys were enclosed in the envelope, along with the doctor's letter to me. Nice. Why stand free, though? Quick, Professor. Let me try them on the door. Huh? That's strange. It doesn't seem like any of these keys work on the lock. Look, don't you see? The doctor has set us yet another puzzle to solve. Why would he do that, though? Which of these keys opens the door? Use your finger to move the keys and find the one that fits the lock. Careful observation of the shapes of the keys is required to find the right one. It's this one. No! It's not that one. Haha.
Let's see if this works.
There we go.
Layton's apprentice strikes again.
That's right. How long did it take you to realize that the grips of the keys could also be inserted into the lock? Well, I've played this game before, so... This little lesson about the danger of making assumptions should serve you well in your puzzle-solving adventures. Oh no.
Professor!
Le shock!
No, untrue.
Is he dead? Poke him.
How could this have happened?
This is terrible, Professor. Do you suppose the Elysian box did this to Dr. Schrader when he opened it?
I honestly don't know, Luke. But that can wait. Right now, we need to notify the police.
Of course, Professor.
What do we have here?
A ticket.
A train ticket for the Momentary Express.
Look at this, Professor. There's no destination written on the ticket. I've never seen a ticket that didn't say where it was taking you. How strange.
Yes, very strange indeed.
A single ticket with no visible destination was discovered in Dr. Schrader's home. It appears to be for the Momentary Express, but where exactly is it supposed to take its bearer? Hey, buddy. Glad to see me? I'm glad to see you.
Excuse me.
Rude.
Huh? Hey, it's you!
Well, Inspector Chelmey's the name. You two found the body, did you?
Oh yeah, that was what Don Paolo dressed up as.
No, Luke, let him go.
It's just like, nah.
That's his face. Listen there, Luke.
I'm not going to help my boss. Nah, he's fine.
His face doesn't come off. He's the real thing.
What in the blazes? That's my face, not some piece of taffy.
I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't mean it. Was sure we had another imposter on our hands.
What in the world is this child talking about? I swear, young ones these days have no manners.
My apologies for the confusion. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Herschel Layton. I'm a professor of archaeology at Gressenheller University.
And I'm his apprentice, Luke.
Interesting. So if I understand correctly, you keep a child around as an apprentice, do you?
Not at all, sir. In truth, he's...
Professor Layton's apprentice, like I said.
Well, it's really none of my concern.
Isn't it?
I have a crime scene that needs my attention. Clear a path, will you?
But of course. Luke, not a word about that ticket to the authorities, all right?
You got it, Professor.
Yes. Let's see. What do we have here? A murder? Or was the crime self-inflicted?
Inspector, I should tell you that the door was locked before Luke and I came in.
I see. So this door, the sole entry
Nope.
point in and out of this 8th floor flat, was shut tight.
Nope.
Then the doctor was holed up in here, completely apart from the outside world, yes?
Nope.
That being the case, yes, I'm sure of it. The old gent must have suffered a heart attack.
Great for jumping to conclusions.
What? How did you come to that conclusion, sir?
Use your noodle, laddie. What other explanation could there be?
The open window.
It's true that the flat is on the 8th floor and that the door was locked, Inspector. Still, I'd hesitate to say that this room was completely closed off from the outside.
Is that so?
Please elaborate. Isn't it obvious?
It is.
There's something quite unusual about our crime scene that's been overlooked.
Eh?
It's as plain as the nose on your face, Inspector.
I suppose you academics think your fancy degrees prepare you to play detective, eh? I tell you, nowadays, it seems like everybody and their mum thinks they can do my job.
Well, because it turns out that we often can.
Now, as I was saying, the cause of death was heart failure, plain and simple. And there's what caused...
You haven't even sent him to the morgue yet. Trixie!
It's a scaled-down model of a Kronosaurus, if I'm not mistaken.
I reckon that ugly mug will give anyone nightmares. Here's what probably happened. The old fellow turned on a light, took one look at the beast, and then keeled right over.
But he knew that the skeleton was there, you idiot.
But this is the doctor's own home. Why would the bones he put up himself scare him?
People have a way of becoming forgetful with age. Not that you'd understand, boy.
Well, you're right about that. I don't understand it at all.
Mr. Layton, was it? No? Ah, yes, Layton. Mr. Layton, what do you think?
The scenario you paint certainly isn't out of the realm of possibility.
It is.
But, considering the lights were off when we entered the room, I don't think we've found our answer yet.
Really?
Furthermore, look around you, Inspector. Doesn't anything strike you as odd?
Don't teach him anything, he's a dimwit.
What do you mean, Professor?
Study your surroundings, Luke. I'm sure you can see it too.
Throw another puzzle my way, why don't ya? Given that the doctor's flat is on the 8th floor and that the door is securely locked, you might think that there was no way in or out of this room. However, a single suspicious detail provides a clue as to what went on here. Look in all 4 directions and examine the room carefully. When you think you found a telltale detail, circle it with your finger and touch submit. Be sure to circle only one object or else your answer won't count. I just want to take a look around. We already know what the answer is, but I just want to take a look and appreciate the art for a second. There's so much... Oh, a mouse! Here's a small Maui statue even. Where is... Yeah, you're looking for Luke's perspective, so...
Just leave it
Perspective.
to me. Whoops, that wasn't right.
It's not the window itself? Already losing pickets. Okay. Where do we want to point at?
Just leave it to me.
There we go then. We got it in the end. Well spotted. For some reason part of the curtain has been ripped clean off. What could have happened here? Well, the window was part of it.
Of course. This window is missing a curtain.
what exactly does this have to do with my crime scene?
That's...
It means someone exited the building through this window, and I'll bet they're our culprit.
That hasn't got to be someone who isn't that heavy. Sheesh.
I'd say that's a sound theory. Well done, my boy.
Oh, yes. Sound as a pound. I was just about to propose the same idea myself.
Uh-huh.
Liar!
Shh, Luke, listen. I don't believe our friend the inspector will be of much help to us. What say you and I conduct a little investigation of our own?
Professor, look! There's something in Dr. Schrader's hand.
Don't contaminate evidence.
It's an old photograph, but it's been torn into so many pieces, I can't make out the original image.
Puzzle? Oh no. Torn fragments of a photograph were found in the late doctor's hand. In its current state, it's impossible to make out the contents of the photo. What could it be depicting? Just let me solve it.
What's the big idea? You can't just forward evidence in a crime scene. Get your hands off that. What is this anyway? Not that it matters. I'll be holding on to that. Now out with the both of you.
Oh, but we haven't finished.
Yeah, that's what happens. Dr. Schrader indicated that he was in possession of the Elysian box, yet there was nothing resembling such an artifact in his home. Maybe the person who did this to him was after the box? An interesting theory, Luke, but for the moment that's all it is. However, we do have one clue to understanding today's events, namely that ticket. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Professor? Indeed I am, Luke. I believe that the trip aboard the Voluntary Express is in order. It most certainly is. Somebody managed to steal the Elysian box from Dr. Schrader's home without leaving behind a single implicating clue. Who could have made off with the box? Do you suspect we'll find the key to unlocking this mystery on the train? Dr. Schrader did his best to point us toward the Voluntary Express should something happen to him. Sure as fog on a London morning, I know that this train will lead us to the answers we seek.
Professor Layton and Luke sped away from the city, unaware of the secrets that awaited them down those iron tracks.
We love secrets here. Yeah, sure, we'll save progress. Chapter 1, The Legendary Voluntary Express. Gosh, just look at this place, Professor. It's so posh, I feel I should be wearing a monocle. Haha, quite so, Luke. Every fixture and fitting is the very height of decadence. I'd wager the rest of the train is just as grand. How about a little exploration? But we'll do that in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you then. Have a lovely day. Goodbye.